Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We begin with that breaking news as the state health department is sending an urgent warning tonight that the hospital system is about to enter crisis care due to the coronavirus pandemic.
If hospitals in remote areas don't step up to take on some patients, doctors will be forced to make some very difficult decisions. Mara McDonald is live downtown tonight. Mara, the state says immediate action is needed.
Kimberly, that's right. And that memo is coming from the state's chief medical officer. And essentially what it says is that they have got a load bearing plan in place in order to help hospitals that are really hard hit, like those here in southeastern Michigan. Let me show you. Here's what the state is asking, that acute care hospitals in areas that are less affected across the state step up and offer 10% of their beds to assist hospitals that are at capacity with COVID-19 patients.
This surge strategy has been in place on a planning level. The decision to actually implement it demonstrates the severity of the situation in our area.
Both Beaumont and Henry Ford are swamped with COVID-19 cases right now. Beaumont has said it's at capacity. Henry Ford has room for more COVID patients right now, but overall the health system is very close to bed capacity in totality. It's getting tight in southeastern Michigan.
We've had a significant surge, as you know, in Wayne County and Oakland County. Today our capacity is quite full in those two hospitals, especially the West Bloomfield and the Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit.
The transfer of patients would be done by EMS personnel.
The transfer procedures are in place. Hospitals have now been notified. Now we need facilities around the state to respond, and the process can begin to transfer patients.
Back here live, that memo that was sent to every hospital system in the state also talks about the likelihood of the necessity of what they're calling alternate care sites. What would they consider an alternate care site? Something like a dormitory or a former hospital that could be repurposed to be able to handle corona patients. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
That is where we are. Another major development in COVID-19 testing for Metro Detroit starts tonight. It's a drive-through testing process set to run up for the next 6 weeks and test more than 14,000 people, maybe more than that. The drive-through area being set up at the State Fairgrounds near Woodward and 8 Mile, and that's where Jason Colthorpe is tonight to walk us through this process. But Jason, important to point out at the outset, people cannot just show up.
No, they cannot. They have to see their doctor first, Devin, exactly right. And then they have to be deemed suitable to get the test. And to do that, they're going to have to call the call center. We want to give that number out. You're going to hear it a couple times, 313-230-0505. Now, if you look behind me, a lot of tents already set up here, and you might not know by looking at these. These are intended for the Rocket Mortgage Golf Classic golf tournament, which is scheduled for later this spring. Quicken Loans, the parent company, taking the tents for that tournament, using the parking lot for the people that go to that tournament, and its own call center, all aiming right at coronavirus, trying to flatten the curve.
The State Fairgrounds, once home to some of Michigan's magical moments, may now be part of Michigan's survival. And it came about with some brainstorming between the city of Detroit and its largest employer, Quicken Loans.
Whether it's building technology or setting up call centers or kind of navigating the logistics of having hundreds of people pull into the fairgrounds where we park all of our Rocket Mortgage Classic visitors, typically in the spring, we had a lot of those skills that were beneficial, and so it worked out perfectly where we could assist.
Drive-through testing will happen at the State Fairgrounds, but it will start in your doctor's office. If your doctor thinks you need a test, they will give you a referral. That's when you reach out to the call center at 313-230-0505 and make an appointment.
I think the initial goal is to have 400 people a day, and then we'll look at that, and there'll be opportunities for it to increase as we continue to get better.
At the very least, 14,400 people over the next 6 weeks will get their results back in 5 days after being tested.
It helps provide kind of a bright light to know that we're going to work through this thing together, and there's going to be a positive outcome on the other side.
Oh, that's so nice.
As people prepare for the testing they need, about a half mile up Woodward at Ferndale's First United Methodist Church, they're getting the food they need.
Because they're doing drive-by school lunches, I thought, well, we could do drive-through community dinner.
We're getting a very good response tonight. We should
give them all away.
4 parishioners, including the pastor and his wife, not letting COVID-19 stop their monthly dinner.
We feed 100 people every month. We know we can't gather, but people still have to eat. Just let's keep taking care of each other.
Boy, amen to that, right? Out here at the state fairgrounds again, the testing is going to begin on Friday. That's going to run Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. But remember, again, you do have to see your doctor first and then make that call. The number again, 313-230-0505. And they're hoping, once they get that testing done, that this is really going to make a dent in what everyone is doing. Devin?
Though still such a long wait for the testing results, which has been a real and continuing problem. All right, Jason, we'll keep an eye on what happens there.
5 days, a long time.
Yeah.
Well, it is expected to be a late night in Washington with the Senate still debating the $2 trillion coronavirus relief bill.
Let's drop in live. Here's a look at the Senate floor. We know the package right now includes direct payments to most Americans. But tonight, the bill has still not been passed. There are concerns from some Republican senators about the expansion of unemployment insurance. Peter Alexander has the late details.
Tonight, the largest economic relief package in U.S. history, more than $2 trillion worth, is expected to get the Senate's green light, despite some last-minute drama.
This is not even a stimulus package. It is emergency relief.
First up, those direct payments to most Americans. For people making up to $75,000 a year, a $1,200 check. Couples making up to $150,000 would get $2,400, plus an additional $500 per child. Next, unemployment benefits rising by $600 a week for up to 4 months, now expanded to include gig economy workers and freelancers. Small businesses also getting a boost, forgivable loans up to $10 million to keep paying their employees. Also in the deal, $500 billion for corporations like airlines, including new rules on oversight and a ban on stock buybacks. And more than $100 billion for hospitals. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo saying his state that's been hardest hit will get $3 billion, what he says is not nearly enough.
That is a drop in the bucket as to need.
Overnight, new reaction to the president's suggestion that he'd love to have the U.S. opened up by Easter.
We're going to look at it. We'll only do it if it's good, and maybe we do sections of the country.
His top public health advisor, who's warned the outbreak will likely last well past then, calling the president's timeline an aspirational goal.
He's been very flexible about it. Even though it looks like he's made this absolute decision on something, he does have an open mind about it.
Now, the coronavirus adding more to the plate of local law enforcement, of course. In addition to fielding calls about non-essential businesses that have not closed, they're also running out of personal protection equipment. Tonight, law enforcement had a call with the governor. The complaint calls, both to the newsroom and law enforcement, like the Oakland County Sheriff's Department, have been many.
We are getting calls, complaints about businesses that shouldn't be open. We've had them about yoga stores, barbershops, landscapers, you name it.
Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard says at this point they will dispatch a deputy to figure what is going on and will then send a letter to the owner letting them know they're in violation of the governor's executive order, then send it off to the health department and the attorney general for possible charges.
We're not going to put handcuffs on anybody or arrest anybody. That's not in our bandwidth right now.
Bouchard, along with other law enforcement executives, were on a conference call with the governor. Their top priority, gearing up their people. He says they do not have enough personal protection equipment, and they are fighting every day to keep the ranks healthy and on the job.
We have a lot of people that are offline now in quarantine, waiting results for tests. I know my friend Chief Craig has a bunch of people not only quarantined, but has had people pass and people test positive. The longer this drags out and the more it affects in those essential services, the more problems we're going to have collectively.
Also note this, the governor is planning an 11 a.m. news conference tomorrow morning to update the state's response to the crisis, and we will bring that to you live. Again, we expect 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Tonight, the Wayne County Sheriff's Office says a longtime commander has died from the coronavirus. Commander Donafay Collins was 63 years old. He was with the Sheriff's Office for nearly 30 years and was also a well-known DJ working for Mix 92.3 up until last year. He's survived by his wife and 4 children. Tonight, the sheriff's office says 18 staff members have tested positive for the virus. And Detroit police also mourning the loss of one of their own. Captain Jonathan Parnell, who served more than 30 years in law enforcement, has died from the virus. Chief Craig says Parnell was off work when he got sick, but he did go to the hospital and was released to recover at home. He was 50 years old.
You know, Jonathan was an extraordinary officer, a leader who contributed more to this department and the community than I could ever say. He cherished his family and the department members he worked alongside, and we all loved him back.
This is the department's second coronavirus death. On Monday, a 911 operator passed away. Chief Craig says more than 300 police officers are quarantined. 18 have been diagnosed with coronavirus.
Tonight, a local Meijer says an employee there has tested positive for the virus. The worker who tested positive works at the Meijer on Mound Road in Warren. Meijer says that store has since been thoroughly deep cleaned. It is going to remain open. In Shelby Township, an Amazon employee who worked at the company's fulfillment center has tested positive. The worker was last at the center on March 18th, a few days ago. So any workers who had close contact with him are now at home in self-quarantine, and that'll be for those next 14 days. The Washtenaw County Health Department is issuing orders to protect essential workers who are still working. All open businesses are now being ordered to screen everyone who enters their facilities, their buildings, also to maintain 6 feet of distance, emphasize frequent hand washing, and not share space or equipment. And if employees can't avoid shared space or equipment, it has to be cleaned and sanitized between every use. This Washtenaw order takes effect tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
And tonight, Meijer is joining other grocery stores and adding sneeze guards in all of its stores. The plexiglass shields will be installed at all checkout lanes to keep customers and workers a safe distance apart. Kroger is taking the same protective measures and also installing floor decals to promote distancing around the store. Well, it finally felt like spring today.
It did. Let's see if we can get some more sunshine on the way. Here's Ben.
We waited so long for it, guys. The sunshine finally here today. The big question is, can we keep it going the rest of the week? We'll look at that and a pretty wet weekend ahead in just a few minutes.
Michigan dental offices closed because of coronavirus, and that means one dentist has a surplus. Thousands of gloves and surgical masks delivered each week that he can't use. He's spending his time donating. You won't believe where we ended up this evening. It's a feel-good story coming up on the Night Cam.